Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJL Network presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 1988 season is on the air. Today's date is July 17th, 1988. We are north of the border, our first trip to Stade Olympique. The Cincinnati Reds take on the Montreal Expos. The Reds come into this game a record of 44-46. At the moment, they are in fourth place. They are a game and a half behind the Dodgers, as the Dodgers are in third. The Expos are on a tear. They are right now tied for first. They're tied for second, with the Cardinals. Both teams are 52-37. And right now, the Cardinals and the Expos are really overachieving here. And the Expos are playing some pretty good baseball. So this is a big game tonight. It's a big game tonight here at Stade Olympique as the Reds trying to get back to prominence. They're only 2 games under 500, and they only trail the Dodgers by a game and a half for third. The Expos trying to take over first place overall in the NL East. Steeler fan Brian B., Frank Wainscott, and Brian Patterson are first to join us at Stade Olympique. The Reds historically won this game 3-1. They had 6 hits. The Expos had 2 hits and 2 errors. And so the Reds did win this game historically, but we'll see what Inside Pitch has to say. As Frank Wainscott tells me, the Cubs-Dodger game was suspended due to thunder and lightning. I was made aware of that yesterday, but thank you again, Mr. Wainscott, for telling me, because, yes, I was wondering why that game was still listed in FastScore, and I had to find out why. And it was a good thing I found out that it wasn't scheduled. Thanks to Action PC Baseball, because Action PC Baseball didn't have the game scheduled. But FastScore did, so I had to cross that game out. Otherwise, the Dodgers and the Cubs would have had an extra game. So I went ahead and did that there. Albert Price joins us here at Stade Olympique. So we got a big game here in the National League. Let's see what Inside Pitch has to say, as we'll go ahead and get right to it. They didn't pick up the next day. It was scheduled as a doubleheader. That I do know. That's why I do have a doubleheader scheduled in FastScore for the 17th. Starting pitcher for the Montreal Expos in this game is Brian Holman. Don't know much about him. 4 wins, 8 losses, a 3.23 ERA. Only had about 16 starts for the Expos that year. A 3.23 ERA is not bad. He had 8 losses. It kind of tells me he didn't get much run support when he pitched. So let's go to the top of the first, and let's see what Brian B's Reds have to say about today. And Brian B, still stay alert in case I need you to make a call for me here in the game. Let's get things started. Leading off for the Redlegs, the shortstop, Barry Larkin, Hall of Famer. Absolutely. 296 average, 12 homers, 56 RBIs in 88. Excellent shortstop, of course. We are using blue, white, and powder blue dice. Expos are the home team. Fans here at Stade Olympique are ready to watch some baseball. 3-4, strikeout 9. That's going to be high. Stade Olympique adds 1 to strikeouts and subtracts 1 from walks. Larkin, 5-6, and he grounds 1 to short. And that'll get taken care of by Luis Rivera for out number 1. Next up is the man with the goggles, third baseman Chris Sabo, 271 average, 11 homers, 44 RBIs. Holman will make the pitch. 1-6, that is a blank. Sabo, 3-1, base hit right past second base. And I think they still had AstroTurf in that stadium in 88. And Sabo will wind up on first, so a nice hit for him. Next batter, the left fielder, Cal Daniels. I remember seeing this guy. This guy was pretty big. 291 average, 18 homers, 64 RBIs in 88. Double play depth is called. Sabo he actually gets the steal sign. Let's see. 15 plus 1 is 16. Fitzgerald plus 2 is 18. I'm going to send him. A 1-18. Sabo steals second. The throw. And he's safe under the tag. And Sabo will steal second base. First stolen base for Sabo. He had 46 of them in 88. He was a bit of a thief. Now the infield will go back. Re-roll the strat. That is a 5. And let's see. 9 plus 2 is 11. And let's see. Divided by 2 is 10.5. Is 5.5. Sabo actually gets the steal sign to go to third, but he's going to hold. Brian B says send him. Okay, I'll send him. So he wants to send. You want me to send him on a chance to steal third or hold him? He did get this because a 9 plus 2 is 11, and you divide that by 2, which is 5.5. That was a 5. He does get him. Do you want me to send him to third base as well? Okay. So again, 15 plus 1 is 16. Fitzgerald plus 2 is 18. Sabo's going to try to steal third, and he got there with no problem. So Sabo has 2 stolen bases on the at bat, and he is at third base. Now the infield will come in, re-roll the strat. This time, nothing happening. Holman will go ahead and pitch. Holman 6-6 against the lefty. That is a blank. Daniels 6-6. That's a fly ball into right field, and it will be Hubie Brooks making the catch. For out number 2, Daniels sacrifice fly 2. He will not bring in Sabo that way. Sabo base runner 4. Right fielder Brooks 0. 1-4. Sabo will still score, and he does. Sabo puts on the Jets, and he will come in and score on a sacrifice fly. Reds take a 1-0 lead. As John Soner joins us here at Stade Olympique. Next batter will be the center fielder, Eric the Red Davis, 273 average, 26 homers, 93 RBIs. Holman will go ahead and pitch. 1-4, that is a blank. Davis, 4-5, that's a base hit. That's hit to center field. And Davis gets a single as the Reds come out hitting in this early part of the game. Next up will be the first baseman, Paul O'Neill. He's at first tonight. 252 average, 16 homers, 73 RBIs for the Reds in 88. Davis had 35 stolen bases. That's a 3. He gets the steal sign. They're going to send him 2. 18 plus 1 is 19. And there he goes. A 1-19. He's safe. And that's a 4. Davis steals second base. And the Reds are coming out running. Third stolen base of this inning, as Brian Holman right now having some problems here. Baseball Demos is okay. I did go ahead and email him. I went ahead and talked to him through Facebook, and he's just taking a break from doing videos right now. Did not give a reason, but he is taking a break, he said. And I did not ask why. He just wanted to go ahead and there. Robert, is it true you invited? No, I did not. I did not, and that would be something very interesting. Strategy roll with Davis, and this time he'll have to stay at second base. Holman with the pitch. 6-6 against the lefty. That's a blank. O'Neill, 6-5, and O'Neill rips a double into left field, and the Reds are coming out hitting. That's a double to left field. Davis will come around and score. 2-0 Reds. Stadium groans. And actually, I kind of need the Reds to win this game because my Mets have got to catch the Expos as we are in 4th place right now. And O'Neill winds up on second with a double. Michael Peterson joins us here at Stade Olympique. Haven't seen you in a good while there, Michael. Good to have you. Here's the right fielder, Eddie Milner, a 176 average and 2 RBIs. Milner was only in 23 games for the Reds that year. Still 2 outs, but the Reds are already up 2-0. Nothing on the 10. Holman with the pitch. 6-6 against the lefty. That's a blank. Milner, 1-5. That's grounded to short. It'll be handled by Rivera. The throw goes to first. And that retires a side. 2 runs, 3 hits, and 3 stolen bases. The Reds are running all over the place. We go to the bottom of the first. How do you grown in Canada? Yeah, I guess, maybe. Starting pitcher for the Cincinnati Reds in this game, Jack Armstrong. Again, another pitcher I don't know much about. 4 wins, 7 losses, a 5.79 ERA, a little high for him. But the Reds already have a 2-0 lead. Let's see what the Expos can do here in the bottom of the first. Leading off, the center fielder, Otis Nixon, 244 average, no homers, and 15 RBIs. Armstrong with the pitch. 4-2, range play. Nixon, 2-2, ground ball, second base. That ball is hit to Jeff Treadway. His range is a 5. That is a 1. Has no problem. Tosses it to first. And that is out number 1. Next up will be the left fielder, the Rock, Timothy Raines. Hall of Famer? You bet. 270 average, 12 homers, 48 RBIs. Bob's Tabletop Sports joins us here at Stade Olympique. Armstrong, 1-2, walk plus 13. That is ball 4, and Raines will walk. First walk given up by Armstrong. He had 36 of them in 88. And now here's the first baseman, the big cat, Andres Galarraga. 302 average, 29 homers, 92 RBIs. Galarraga actually has better stats than Scott Rowland, but yet Rowland has double his WAR. I really don't know why, and I put in Galarraga before I put in Rowland in the Hall of Fame. Strategy roll for infield double play. Strategy roll 16. Nope, Armstrong will hold Raines. Armstrong with the pitch. 3-6 against the righty. That's a blank. Galarraga, 1-1. Ground ball to short. 2-1-2. Second base, pivot Treadway, 0. 1-2. They got it. The Stade retired. Galarraga grounds out into the 6-4-3. Nothing across except a walk. 2-0 Reds after 1. The Colorado factor for Galarraga. Yeah, I guess, but I would still put in Galarraga before I put in Rowland. He had better stats. Although Galarraga did strike out a lot, though. Top of the second, leading off for the Reds will be the catcher, Jeff Reed. 226 average, a homer, 16 RBIs. Holman with the pitch. And a 3-2 against the lefty. That is it, blank. Reed, 5-4, fly ball, center field. And Nixon will get to that. Next up will be the second baseman, Jeff Treadway. Very good, excellent at second base. A 252 average, 2 homers, 23 RBIs. Holman with the pitch. And that goes in there. We'll do that. Holman with the pitch. 1-4, that's blank. Treadway, 6-1, ground ball, second base. And that will be Tom Foley getting to that one. Rowland got a lot of WAR off his glove. Yeah, he did get a lot of gold gloves. But then again, Galarraga had gold gloves too. So, Here's the pitcher, Jack Armstrong. Not really a hitter. 0.95 average in 88. He only had 21 at bats. He barely gets a pitcher's batting card in the game. Holman, 4-2. Range play. Armstrong, 5-5. That's a swing and a miss. Struck him out. There won't be a range on that, and that will retire the side. And no, you don't do a range play on the catcher on a swing and miss strikeout. Although some people think that could make a difference. Like if he strikes out, he could still get to first base. But that happens on a rare play. 3 up and 3 down. Bottom of the second coming up. And let's see. Leading off for the Expos will be the right fielder, Hubie Brooks. Always felt he was an underrated player. 279 average, 20 homers, 90 RBIs. He was pretty good. He was good with the Expos, and yes, I felt he was still pretty good with the Mets. Armstrong with the pitch. 3-5, range play at the park. Stade Olympique. 2-5, fly ball to left. That's hit to Daniels. Daniels' range is a 3. That is a 4, and he's not going to get that. That's going to be a double hit right between the gap. Brooks will wind up on second base, and that will be a stand-up double as he'll get there, and Daniels couldn't make to the play. Third baseman, Tim Wallach is up next. I thought he was solid his whole career. 257 average, 12 homers, 69 RBIs. Anything on the strat? And the 4 says nope. Brooks will stay at second base. Armstrong, he will pitch. 1-5. Home run chance. Righty. 1-7. The 20 is high. Wallach. 6-4. And he hits a line drive to short. That's caught by Larkin. That's caught by Larkin. A 2 or 3. Brooks is doubled off. And he gets back. 1 out. Line drive it right to Larkin. But he grabs it. And Brooks gets right back to second base. And so no double play there. Next batter will be the second baseman, Tom Foley. A 265 average, 5 homers, 43 RBIs. 1 out. Brooks on at second. Nothing on the 9. He'll stay where he is. Armstrong with the pitch. 2-3 against the lefty. Walk plus, and that 13 will walk Foley. And now the Expos have runners at first and second. Second walk given up by Armstrong. And here comes the catcher, Mike Fitzgerald. Didn't play in many games for the Expos, but when he did, he wasn't too bad. 271 average, 5 bombs, 23 RBIs. Infield is a double play. Anything on the strat? The 11 says no. Armstrong will pitch to Fitzgerald. Armstrong, 4-6, error on a grounder. Fitzgerald, 1-5, ground ball to third. Ground ball to third. That ball is hit to Sabo. His error rating is a 7. That's a 3. He's going to make an error. Sabo's going to make an error, and that's going to mean bases loaded. Sabo picked it up, tried to make a transfer, didn't know where he wanted to go with it, and he dropped it, and that's an error on a grounder. And that will be an E5. First error on the Reds. They did not have any errors in the game historically, but the bases are loaded here. And it will bring up the shortstop, Luis Rivera, 224 average, 4 homers, 30 RBIs. They are going to call, double play depth, try to turn 2, although they really don't have a good chance of doing it. You know what? I'm going to call infield in instead. So Armstrong will pitch to Rivera. Bases juiced here in the bottom of the second. Strategy, nothing on the 17. Rivera is not bunting. Armstrong will pitch. Armstrong, 3-5. Range play at the park. Stade Olympique, 1-5. And that is a fly ball to center field. That ball is hit to Eric Davis. Not very good out there. His range is a 2. And it's a 3. And that's going to be a single for Luis Rivera. Brooks going to come in to score. And that's a single to center. Foley base runner 2. Single to center plus 2. A 1-4. He will score. And he does. Foley will score as well. Fitzgerald will hold at second base with a base runner 1. Rivera holds. We're tied at 2. Stadium cheers. Yuppie. So the error definitely hurts. And now 2 RBIs on the single by Rivera tie the ball game up. And here comes the pitcher, Brian Holman, a 107 average, and he had an RBI. Infield will go into double play depth. I don't think he would try to bunt here. Although he has a good bunt rating, though. Armstrong, strategy roll first. That is a 13. And he actually does get the bunt sign. But I'm going to swing away. Runners at first and second. Armstrong will pitch to Holman here. Tied at 2. And here comes the pitch. Armstrong, 5-1. Range play. Holman, a 6-1. That's a ground ball to short. That ball is hit to Larkin. At double play depth, his range is a 4. And that is a 4. He makes the play. 0, -1, and 1 is a 0. So no chance of a double play. So the question is, who got it? That is a 3. So the ball goes to second to get Rivera. Holman will be safe at first on the fielder's choice. And Fitzgerald advances to third. So that is a fielder's choice for Holman. And now the batter will be Nixon. Nixon 0 for 1. Now score tied at 2 here in the bottom of the second. Strategy roll here. And that is a 2. Holman not going anywhere. Armstrong here trying to at least get out of this jam. Holman giving up the 2 runs. Armstrong 5-5. Strikeout plus 15. And that is a swing and a miss. And he struck him out. That is the first strikeout for Holman. He had for Armstrong. He had 45 of them, and that retires the side. 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 walk, and 1 error. And that was a big error. We're tied at 2 after 2. Has to be a mistake in the ratings. Well, Eric Davis has a range of 4 in right field. His range, I think, is lower in 2 in center field. So obviously, I'm going to say the ratings are probably right since he has different ranges and different sets. We go to the top of the third, and the top of the order for the Reds. Here is Barry Larkin, and he's 0 for 1. Tied at 2 here in this game. Holman 4-3, hit by pitch 8. No, Larkin is a 9, but -10 is not happening. Larkin, 2-1, and against the righty, he hits a fly to center field, and Nixon is going to get to that one. One down here is Sabo. Sabo got a base hit and stole 2 bases and scored. Holman with the pitch. Holman 5-5, that's blank. Sabo 3-6, popped up. That's a pop fly ball to third, and it's going to be Wallach reeling it in, 2 down. Here's Daniels. Daniels is 0 for 1 with a sacrifice fly. Holman will pitch. 3-5. Pitcher result against the lefty. A 1-14 is a single past the pitcher. That's an 8, and that's a base hit. So Daniels pops one right past Holman. And that will be the first hit of the game for Daniels. So he gets there. Now the batter is Davis. Davis has a base hit and a stolen base and scored as well. He's 1 for 1. 2 men out, top of the third, tied at 2. Anything on the strat? Nope, Daniels will stay where he is. Holman with the pitch. 6-5, possible error. Davis, 1-1. That's not going to be an error. That's going to be a slow grounder to short. That's picked up by Riviera. Davis, good speed. Base runner 4. Throw to first. In time. They got him. Side retired. That turns into a grounder to short. And that ends the inning. No runs and a hit. We go to the bottom of the third. Nice play there by Rivera, and he throws Davis out at first. Oh, boy. Okay. We go to the bottom of the third. Leading off for the Expos will be Timothy Raines, and he walked his first time up. Armstrong will pitch. Armstrong, 4-4. Home run result against the righty. Raines needs a 14. The 20 is high. He doesn't get it. 1-4, but instead he'll get a base hit to left. That will be a single. So Raines does get a base hit, although he knows he should have gotten more than just that one as Armstrong threw him a fat pitch. Here comes the big cat. He's 0 for 1. Infield double play. Raines, 33 stolen bases. And he does not get the steal sign. He will stay put. Armstrong with the pitch. Armstrong, 3-5, range play at the park. Stade Olympique, 4-1, and that's a fly ball to center. That ball is hit to Davis again. His range is a 2, and that's a 6. And that's going to be a single by Galarraga. He hits it, and Davis is going to have to take it on the hop. Range base runner 4. Single to center, -1, a 1-3. Raines will get to third. He does not. That's a 6. It's a 6. Here comes the throw. Davis, a 0 arm. And that is a 5. Raines will go ahead and put on the brakes, and he'll go back to second. That is a base hit for the Big Cat. And now the Expos are in business with nobody out in the bottom of the third. And here is Brooks. Brooks doubled his first time up. They go talk to Armstrong on the mound here. He didn't pitch to many batters, only 21 before he tires. So now runners at first and second. Armstrong, strategy roll, nothing on the 8. Raines will stay where he is. Armstrong will make the pitch. Armstrong, 6-1, strikeout 4, and that's called strike 3 on the outside corner. And Brooks knows he should have swung at it. And that is a strikeout. That is the second strikeout for Armstrong. Next up is Wallach. Wallach is 0 for 1. Can Armstrong get out of the jam? 17, nothing happening. Armstrong will set up with the pitch. Armstrong, 1-5. Home run chance. Righty, 1-7. The 2 is good. Against the righty, Wallach needs an 8. Here comes the swing. And there goes the ball. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is pretty deep. And yes, that ball is pretty gone. 3-run bomb, Tim Wallach, as he wallachs that one out of there. Stadium cheers. Yippee! Three-run bomb by Wallach, and the Expos will now take a 5-2 lead as Armstrong pitched him a grapefruit, and he turned that into fruit salad. Tom Foley is the next batter. He walked his first time up. As Brian B. says, Riho. Don't know if I want to make a pitching change this early just yet. Remember, this is 88, not 2023. But still 1 out. If he gives up another run, I probably will yank him. Armstrong will pitch to Foley. Armstrong, 1-3, strikeout 3. He got Foley swinging a miss on a high curveball, and that was the third strikeout for Armstrong, 2 down. 2 outs. Here comes Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald reached on an error his first time up. But now 2 outs here. Armstrong, he will pitch. 3-6 against the righty. Blank. Fitzgerald, 3-2. Ground ball hit to third. And that's handled by Sabo. He'll throw to first and retire the side. 3 runs on 3 hits. A 3-run bomb by Tim Wallach. Expos lead 5-2 after 3. Hope that ball is a passport for where it's going to land. We go to the top of the 4th. Leading off for the Red Stockings will be Paul O'Neill. And he doubled his first time up. 5-2 Expos. This Expos team is for real. They're right up there near first in the National League East. They could be a very tough team to beat in the postseason if they get there. Holman, 4-2, range play. O'Neill, 1-1. That's a base hit past short, but it's a range play for Rivera. Range of a 3. That is a 1. He takes care of it with no problem and throws to first for the out. As Rivera takes a single away from O'Neill. 1 down. Here's Milner. Milner is 0 for 1. Holman will pitch. Holman, 6-5. Possible error. Milner, 5-3. That's a fly ball hit to left field. Going over there is Raines. His error rating is a 2. That's a 17. He'll make the catch. 2 outs. Now here's Reed. Reed is 0 for 1. Holman, he will pitch. 3-5. Pitcher result, lefty. 1-14, a single past the pitcher. The 8 is good. That will be a base hit by Reed. So Reed gets a 2-out base knock. He will hold it first. A chance now for Treadway. Treadway is 0 for 1. So runners at one here. Let's see here. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 18. Reed will stay put. Treadway not bunting with 2 outs. Holman has a 3-run lead for the Expos here. Holman with the pitch. 4-5. Wild pitch. The 20 is too high. That's ball 1. 2-5. Blank. Treadway. 1-1. That's a grounder to second base. Handled easily by Foley. He will throw to first. And a nice job by Holman to only give up a hit. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Expos lead 5-2. Armstrong due to lead off the 5th inning, and they're going to let him pitch here. But if he gives up a run, he will be gone. Luis Rivera leads off for the Expos. He got a base hit his first time up. 5-2, Armstrong with the pitch. 1-3, strikeout 8, and he got him. Swing and a miss, struck him out. That's the 4th strikeout for Armstrong. Got him on a high slider. Don't know why Rivera was swinging at it, but all he hit was air. Here's Holman. Holman is 0 for 1, grounded into fielder's choice. Armstrong with the pitch. 1-6. That's a blank. He's not tired. Holman, 2-2, and Holman is going to get a base hit. That's a single into center field. Holman rips one into center, and he'll keep the inning going there as Holman will head to first on a base hit. It'll bring up Nixon. Nixon 0 for 2, infield double play. Holman not really a threat to do anything, and he won't. Armstrong will pitch to Nixon. Armstrong, 5-6, strikeout 3, called strike 3, right down the pike. And that's strikeout number 5 for Armstrong, and that is the 2nd out. 2 outs now for the Rock. Reigns 1 for 1, a single and a walk as Doug Hunt joins us here at Stade Olympique. Holman on it first. And nothing on the 7. He'll stay put. Armstrong, he'll go ahead and make the pitch. Armstrong, 6-5, against the switch left. That's a blank. Reigns, 1-3, and it's a fly to left field. And Daniels is going to come into there, and he will put it away and retire the side. No runs and a hit as Armstrong comes back pretty, well, strong. And it's 5-2 Expos after 4. Top of the 5th here. Armstrong due to bat, but they're going to pull him as Brian B. would like to see a new pinch hitter. And we will. Already down 5-2 are the Reds. And let's see who the Expos are going to bring out, who the Reds are going to bring out. And that is going to be Nick Asaski. 243 average, 15 homers, 62 RBIs. Asaski will pinch hit for Armstrong. Holman, he will stay to pitch. Why not? 3-run lead. Holman, 3-4, strikeout 18, just misses. Asaski, 1-5, that's a fly to left field, and Reigns, the Rock, will have no problem getting that one. Here's Larkin. Larkin is 0 for 2. Holman with the pitch, 6-5, possible error. Larkin, 5-4, and that's a ground ball to second base. And that ball is hit to Foley. His error rating is an 8. That's a 17. He won't make an error. He'll take care of it and toss it over to first. 2 outs. Nice play by Foley to avoid making an oops. And now comes Goggle Man Sabo. Sabo is 1 for 2, has a single and stole 2 bases. Holman, he'll make the pitch. Holman, 1-3, strikeout 7, just missed. Sabo, 3-4, base hit. That's a single into center field. And Sabo keeps the inning alive. Second hit of the game for him. And now can Daniels do something here for the Reds? He's 1 for 2. Sabo, strategy roll, and he does not get the steal sign. He will stay put, and I wouldn't send him anyway when you're down 3 runs. You need base runners. Holman will go ahead and pitch. Holman, 1-6, blank. Daniels, 3-5. That's a grounder to second base, easily handled by Foley. And he's going to throw to first to retire the side. Expos playing like the Expos are playing like they are in FastScore. They are 52-37, and they're playing like it. No runs and a hit for the Reds. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Andres Galarraga, the big cat, leads off from Montreal. He is 1 for 2. Brian B. wants Rio, and I'm going to give it to him. Coming on to pitch for the Reds will be Jose Rio. 13 wins, 8 losses, 2.39 ERA. Very, very good in relief, and not a bad starter as well. Rio will be the second Reds pitcher, and he can pitch to 7 batters. And we'll see how long he goes. The big cat against Rio. Rio, 3-4, possible error. Galarraga, 3-2, fly ball center field. That ball is hit to Davis. His error rating is a 3. That's a 20. He won't make an error. He'll catch it with his eyes closed. 1 out. Here's Brooks. Brooks is 1 for 2. Rio with the pitch. 6-5, strikeout. 19 is high. Brooks, a 5-4. That's grounded to third, handled easily by Sabo, and that's 2 outs. Here's Wallach, and he gets a nice ovation from the Stade Olympique crowd. He hit a 3-run bomb his last time up. So he's 1 for 2. Rio will make the pitch. Rio, 1-1, strikeout, 17 is high. Wallach, 4-6, that's grounded to short. That'll be taken care of by Larkin. Takes his time, tosses it over. And a nice job by Jose Rio. 1-2-3, go the Expos. 5-2 after 5. Reds trying to get back to closer to 500. They only trail the Dodgers by a game and a half for third place. The Expos only are tied with the Cardinals right now at the top of. Tied with the Cardinals for second place in the National League East. My Mets are about at least 4 games back still. We go to the top of the 6th. Eric the Red Davis leads off, and he's 1 for 2 with a single. Holman, he's still got batters in the tank. Holman, 1-2, strikeout 9. Got him! Called strike 3 on Davis. Davis a little mad at that. He should have swung at it. But he doesn't get that. That's a called strikeout. And that's strikeout number 2 for Holman. He only had 58 of them in 88. Here's O'Neill. O'Neill 1 for 2 with a double. Holman sets up with the pitch. 2-3, blank. O'Neill, 2-6. That's grounded to second base, handled easily by Foley. And that's out number 2. Holman pitching a gem so far against this Reds lineup. Milner is next. He's 0 for 2. Holman with the pitch. 6-5, possible error. Milner, 3-3, and a line drive it right to third. Wallach will grab it. There won't be an error, and that retires the side. And a 1-2-3 job by Brian Holman. As since the first inning, when the Reds scored 2 runs, Holman's only scattered 3 hits since then. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Rio will stay on the mound. The Expos will send Tom Foley to the plate, and he's 0 for 1. Rio makes the pitch. 1-2. Home run chance. Lefty. 1-19. A 4 is good. Foley didn't hit many of them, but he needs a 6. A 6 or lower, he goes yard. No, that's a 10. 2-6, but he does hit one deep to center field. That's an 8, and that's gonna be a line drive right off the wall. That's gonna get picked up by Davis. He's gonna throw it into the plate. Foley, not very good speed. He's actually gonna hold it first with a single. That's just a very long single. So Foley gets a lot of it, but it's a line drive right off the wall. And that's just a long single for Foley. Here's Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald is 0 for 2, reached on an error. Infield double play. Foley had 2 stolen bases, and strategy rolls are still on. And that's a 15. Nothing happening. Fitzgerald will bat. Rio, 5-1. Wild pitch, ball 1. Rio did not have that many wild pitches or pass balls that year. Very low. Rio will try again. 6-5. Strikeout. 14 is high. Fitzgerald, 2-5. And that's a ground ball to first base. 2-2-2. Shortstop, pivot, Larkin, -1. So only a 1 is a double play. And they won't get it. Foley will be thrown out at second. And that will be a fielder's choice. Next batter is Rivera. Rivera 1 for 2 with a single. Fitzgerald now on at first. Nothing on the 9. He'll stay put. Rio will set up and pitch. Rio 5-1. Wild pitch. The 8 is ball 1. Rio will do it again. Rio 6-5. Strikeout 13. And let's see. Strikeout 13. No, that's too high. Rivera 5-1. And that's a ground ball to third. Do they try again here? 2-2-3. Second base pivot, Treadway 0, 1-3. And this time they turn the double play and retire the side. 5-4-3 around the horn. No runs and a hit. After 6, it is still 5-2 in favor of the Expos. And we will now go to the top of the 7th. Holman can pitch the 2 more batters before he tires. He's also due to lead off the 7th inning. This will probably be his last inning. Jeff Reed leads off for the Reds, and he is 1 for 2. 5-2 Expos. The Reds historically won this game 3-1, so the Expos trying to change history a bit. Holman, 5-3, blank. Reed, a 6-5, and that's grounded to third base, and that'll be taken care of by Wallach. One down, here's Treadway. Treadway 0 for 2. Holman, 2-5, blank. Treadway, a 1-6, and that's ground ball to short. That'll be handled easily by Rivera. Throw goes to first, 2 down. That's going to be it for Jose Rio as the pitcher is due to bat. Reds will go to the bench. Who would you like up next there, Brian B? Coming up to pinch hit is going to be Herm Winningham, 232 average, no homers, 21 RBIs. Herm Winningham will now go ahead and pinch hit for the pitcher. 2 men out, 5-2 Expos. Holman, and Holman, by the way, is now tired. 4-3, hit by pitch, 2. Nope, that's high. Winningham, 5-5, and that ball is hit to right field. That is a 12, and that's going to be a double by Herm Winningham. Winningham keeps hitting alive with a 2-out double. And he'll get to second base. Herm Winningham started the year on the Expos, as a matter of fact. That trade was just completed, as Tracy Jones is now on the Expos, as he was on the Reds at the start of the year, if you were wondering about that. A chance now for Larkin. And the batter is Holman. And that pitcher, Holman, they're going to let him pitch and try to get out of this inning. But if he gives up a run, he'll be done. Winningham on at second. Larkin at the plate. Strategy rolls are still on. That's a 10. Nothing happening. 2 men down. Fans here at Stade Olympique want Holman to finish this inning strong. Holman, 6-3. Strikeout 10. That is high. Larkin rarely struck out. Larkin, 5-3. And it's a base hit past second. That will be a single. Winningham will come around from second. He will score. It's 5-3. Larkin goes ahead and gets a big RBI. And he will bring home Winningham on an RBI single. The batter now is Sabo. And that's going to be it for Holman, as Holman will come out of the game. So the Expos will go to the bullpen to pitch to Sabo here with 2 outs. And they are going to go with... Coming on to pitch for the Expos will be Andy McGaffigan. 6 wins, no losses, 4 saves, a 2.76 ERA. Andy McGaffigan will be the second Expo pitcher. Another great baseball name. Larkin on at first with 2 outs here, 5-3 now. Anything on the strat? The 9 says no. Larkin stays put. McGaffigan will pitch. McGaffigan, 5-3, strikeout 12, that's high. Sabo swings, 2-3, base hit right past third, that's a single. Larkin, base runner 5, he will not make it to third base. He will have to hold at second. With 2 outs, he's very fast. He needs to be a 6 to get to third base, but he will hold. And now the tying run coming to the plate. The go-ahead run coming to the plate in Cal Daniels. Daniels is 1 for 3, a single and a sacrifice fly. They'll talk to McGaffigan on the mound. He will pitch. This is probably the only inning he's going to go here. But now it's a 5-3 lead. Reds trying to come back. Strategy roll. That's a 20. McGaffigan throws to second to get Larkin. And it's an error. It's a pickoff error. He throws it into center field and the runners will move up. That's a 7, which is a pickoff error. There's no range check on that. That's just a complete throwing away, and the runners will advance. And that is the first error on the Expos. And they did have 2 errors in the game historically. And now the tying run is in scoring position. But they're still going to pitch to Daniels here. So 2 outs on an error now. And that goes as an error. I got to mark it. So an error on a throw by McGaffigan trying to pick off Larkin. And now McGaff will try again with the strategy. That is a 2. Larkin is not going anywhere. He stays put. McGaffigan will pitch to Daniels. McGaffigan, 1-2. Walk plus, ball 4, bases loaded. And now the batter is Eric Davis. And the fans here suddenly got very nervous. Davis is 1 for 3, a single and a stolen base. McGaffigan will pitch to him. It really doesn't matter who's on the mound in this case. So they're going to let McGaffigan pitch to Davis. 5-3, Reds trying to come back here. 2 outs, top of the 7th. Strategy rolls are still active. Nothing on the 4. McGaffigan will now pitch to Davis. McGaffigan sets up. And here comes the pitch. McGaffigan, 5-2, strikeout 2, swing and a miss, struck him out. Strikeout, and the inning is over. He got Davis. Stadium cheers. Yay! 1 run on 3 hits and 1 error as the Reds leave them loaded. As McGaffigan gets Davis to fish at a very low slider. But it is now 5-3 here at Stade Olympique. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Don't forget, we got 10-minute ticker coming up after tonight's game. Our next game will be tomorrow night, and we're going to Milwaukee County Stadium for a big matchup in the American League. The Kansas City Royals will take on the Milwaukee Brewers. Charlie Liebrandt will go for the Royals, and Teddy Higuera will pitch for the Brewers. That will be tomorrow night. The Brewers are very much alive there in the American League East, and the Royals are right behind the Athletics in the American League West. So a big matchup tomorrow night at County Stadium, Kansas City and Milwaukee, Royals and Brewers. That will be tomorrow night on Inside Pitch. Bottom of the 7th inning here. Pinch hitter coming in for McGaffigan. Brian B. has already called the pitcher he wants. And that is going to be Rob Dibble. 1 win, 1 loss, no save. A 1.82 ERA. Dibble will be the 3rd Reds pitcher. As he will come in to pitch. Expos leading off. They'll replace the batter. So let's see. They'll replace their pitcher. And coming on to pinch hit for the Expos is going to be Tracy Jones, who just kind of came over from the Reds. So here's Tracy Jones, 295 average, 3 homers, 24 RBIs. He was involved in the trade with Winningham. So Jones is now on the Expos. Bottom of the 7th, 5-3. Dibble with the pitch. 4-1, strikeout, 18 is high. Jones. 4-5. That's a ground ball to short, handled easily by Larkin. And that's the 1 out. That's 1 out. 1 down here is Nixon. Nixon is 0 for 3. Dibble with the pitch. 2-1, strikeout 12. He got him. Called strike 3. Nixon can't believe it. He's an 11, but +1 makes him a 12. And he thought that ball was high. And the umpire says, no, you're high. You're also out. Go take a seat. 2 down. And that's the hat trick for Nixon. He struck out 3 times in this game. Here's the Rock Reigns. And Reigns is 1 for 2. A single and a walk. Dibble with the pitch. Dibble, 4-4. Strikeout 6. He got Reigns. Nice job by Dibble. 1-2-3, go the Expos. Holding on to a 5-3 lead after 7. We go to the top of the 8th. New pitch, let's see here. Paul O'Neill leading off for the Reds. And he is 1 for 3 with a double. Expos need a pitcher. They got 3 lefties coming on the mound, coming up. And the Expos are going to go ahead with their lefty. Coming on to pitch for the Expos will be Joe Hesketh. 4 wins, 3 losses, 9 saves, a 2.85 ERA. Hesketh will take over, be the second pitcher for the Expos. Expo bullpen, pretty good, just like the Reds. Both have pretty decent bullpens. Hesketh will pitch to O'Neill. Hesketh, 4-1, wild pitch, ball 1. 4-2, range play. O'Neill, 3-4. That's a ground ball to first. That ball is hit to the big cat. His range is a 3. That is a 4. And that's going to be a single for O'Neill. And that's going to get past the big cat. And O'Neill will get to first. So now Eddie Milner is due to bat. Let me see if I can pinch hit for him. And I can pitch it for him. This is the 8th inning, so it's got to be usually the most at bats, but I think I can make a difference here, and I will. Coming on to pinch it for Milner is going to be Ron Oster, 280 average, no homers, 10 RBIs. Oster will pinch it, and taking over in right field is going to be Lloyd McClendon. He will come in right to take over from Milner. Not good range, though, but he will come in right field for Milner. So timeout on the field for a change, as it will be McClendon coming in, and his range is different. And he is a 2-0 +1. And that means I don't think I have to change the right field, do I? Right field +1, +3, +2. Nope, I don't have to change the card. So Ron Oster will pinch it against Joe Hesketh. Runner on first. Infield is at double play. Strategy rolls. Yeah, he can play first, but you're replacing the right fielder, Milner. I got to put him in right. I could put Dave. Don't make it so confusing for me, Brian B. I know I can also put Davis in right also, but okay. But I think if I put in first base O'Neill, you lose O'Neill at first. David Vega joins us here at Stade Olympique. Strategy rolls are active. Nothing on a 10. Hesketh will pitch. Hesketh, 6-6, strikeout 13. That is high. Oster, 4-5. That's a base hit to center field for Oster. O'Neill, base runner 3, -2 on a single to center. O'Neill gets the third on a 1. That is a 5. He will hold at second base. But Oster comes off the bench and gets a base hit. And now the batter is Reed with runners at first and second. You're getting me confused there. O'Neill on at second, Oster on at first. And now Hesketh will pitch to Reed. Reed is 1 for 3, and he is going to bat. Nobody out, top of the 8th, 5-3. Strategy rolls, and that is a 10, nothing happening. Hesketh trying to keep it here at 5-3. Here comes the pitch. Hesketh, 5-3. Error on a throw. Reed, 6-2. That ball is hit to right field. That is a 3, and that's going to be a base hit to right field for Jeff Reed. Now we got to first see what happens here on a single to right. Paul O'Neill, base runner 3. Single to right +1, a 1-4. He will score, and that is a 4. Now I got to see if there's an error on a throw. Brooks's error rating is a 6. Does he make a throwing error? No, he does not. So O'Neill will come in to score. Oster will hold it second on the 4. Reed holds it first. It's 5-4. Here come the Reds. Third straight base hit. Now the batter is Treadway. Treadway is 0 for 3. They're going to go talk to Hesketh on the mound, see what he wants to do here. He's going to pitch to Treadway. Still nobody out, top in the 8th. The Reds are now 1 run back. No lead is safe at inside pitch. Infield a double play depth. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 10. Hesketh will pitch. Hesketh 5-5. Walk plus ball 4. Bases are loaded. And Hesketh is just not cutting it. And now we'll see a pinch hitter for Rob Dibble. Not many pit batters left, and coming on to pinch hit for the Reds is going to be Dave Collins. McClendon is still available, even though he hasn't taken the field yet. So here comes Dave Collins to pinch hit. Collins, 236 average, no homers, 14 RBIs. Infield's going to come in. Question is, are they going to let Hesketh pitch to Collins? He has been very inconsistent, and they are going to take Hesketh out. So Hesketh comes out, and the Expos will go to their pit. Will go to their bullpen, and let's see who they got here left. Not much available in the Expo bullpen before I get to starters. You know what? I'm going to change my mind. Hesketh is going to pitch. Hesketh's going to he's going to pitch to Collins here. Bases are loaded. Infield in 5-4. Reds now have a chance here to tie it or take the lead. Fans here at Stade Olympique can't believe it. Brian B. doing some awesome managing. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 9. Hesketh will pitch. Hesketh 5-3. Error on a throw. Collins 5-2. And it's popped up. That's the worst thing that could have been. That's a pop fly ball to short. Getting under it is Rivera. And that's 1 out. The runners hold. So Collins pops out. Now the batter is Larkin. And now they're going to call double play. Larkin is 1 for 4. Hesketh is tired. But they're going to let him pitch to Larkin. Are they going to let him pitch to? No, they're not. That will be it for Hesketh. Now Hesketh will come out, and they'll turn Larkin around. And coming on to pitch for the Expos will be Tim Burke. 3 wins, 5 losses, 18 saves, a 3.40 ERA. And it's going to be up to Burke to try to get 5 outs if he can. So now Tim Burke is the pitcher. He was the Expo closer. Bases loaded, 5-4, now 1 out. Burke sets up against Larkin. Strategy, nothing on the 4. Oster stays where he is. Bases are juiced. Burke with the pitch. Burke, 3-3. That's a blank. He's not tired. Larkin, 2-1 against the righty. It's a fly ball to center field. That's going to be caught by Nixon. That's out number 2. Larkin, sacrifice fly of 2. That's a 4. He doesn't bring an Oster that way. Oster, base runner 2. Nixon, -1 arm. Oster scores on a 1. That is a 1. Here comes Oster. He comes the throw, and he will be safe. This game is tied. Stadium groans. Sacrifice fly by Larkin to center field that does score Oster. And we're tied at 5. Now the batter is Sabo. Sabo 1 for 3. And now a tie game here in the top of the 8th inning. Expos had a 5-2 lead, now tied at 5. Burke will now pitch to Sabo. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 6. Reed stays where he is. Burke with the pitch. Burke 4-5. Range play. Sabo. 5-1. Ground ball to third. That ball is hit to Wallach. His range is a 5. And that is a 4. He's got it. And he is going to tag the bag at third base and get the out there, force out Reed, and that'll retire the side. What an inning for the Reds. 3 runs, 3 hits, a walk, and a sacrifice fly. We're tied at 5 here going in the bottom of the 8th. Brian B wants me to go nuts here, as he wants me to put McClendon at first base. So if I do that, it means I got to move O'Neill to right field. So, okay, so, well, O'Neill, I could only move O'Neill to center field. He has a better rating there. Brian B driving me nuts here, but okay. So give me a minute here before we get to the bottom of the 8th inning. So let's see what we got to do here. So he wants Davis. He wants Davis to right field. So we'll move Davis to right. And he wants O'Neill to go to center. And he wants McClendon to go to first. So McClendon has a 220 at first base. He makes errors there. So McClendon will go to first base, and he bats. Let's see. You got Davis, O'Neill, and then McClendon. So now I got to pretty much redo the entire, pretty much the entire Reds card here. So I will do that. Give me a second here. Okay, so left field is Daniels, and he still has a 0, so -2. So -2 + 1 -1. Center field is now O'Neill, and O'Neill is a 3-0 -2. He's a 3-0 -2 in center. So he's -3 -0 -1. 0 -1. And then right field is Davis now. And Davis in right is 4-17-0. So 4-17-0. So right field is +2 + 1 -1. +2 + 1 -1. All right. And who's pitching? Bottom of the 8th inning, tied at 5. The big cat, Andres Galarraga, leads off, tied at 5. And you say either Williams or Murphy. So you got 3 righties coming up. We're going to go with Frank Williams. So coming on to pitch for the Reds now will be Frank Williams. 3 wins, 2 losses, save, a 2.59 ERA. Williams is the 4th Reds pitcher. Bottom of the 8th, tied at 5. What a game so far. And yes, I will make this a Game of the Year candidate. So Game of the Year candidate here between the Reds and the Expos. Williams with the pitch. 1-6. That's a pitcher result. A 1-2. A 10 is going to be too high against the righty. Galarraga, 6-5. That ball is hit to right field. That is a 9. But against the righty, that's going to be a fly out to right. Getting under that is going to be Davis. He'll make the catch, out number 1. Next up is Brooks. Brooks is 1 for 3 with a double. Williams with the pitch. 2-5. That's a blank. Brooks. 4-3. Line drive to short. Grabbed by Larkin. 2 outs. So Brooks lines out. And now here's Wallach. Wallach is 1 for 3 with a 3-1 bomb. 3-run bomb. Williams with the pitch. Williams, 2-3 against the righty. Strikeout. The 18 is high. Wallach, 1-2. Fly ball, center field. Getting over there is going to be O'Neill. And he will make the catch. And that is a 1-2-3 inning for Williams. Tied at 5 after 8. But will we see some top of the ninth inning magic? Burke is going to stay on the mound. Leading off for the Reds will be Cal Daniels. He is 1 for 3, a single and a walk, a sacrifice fly. Burke will pitch to Daniels here. Burke, 3-3. That's a blank. He's not tired. Daniels, 1-1. Base hit to left field. Daniels gets on board with a leadoff single. And now here's Davis, who's now moved to right. Davis is 1 for 4. Infield double play. Daniels at 27 stolen bases. That is a 9. He does not get the steal sign and no hit and run. Burke will pitch. Burke sets up to Davis. Fans here at Stade Olympique saw a 3-run lead evaporate. Burke, 1-2 against the righty. Strikeout. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He got Davis. He got him. Now the batter is O'Neill. O'Neill is 2 for 4, a single and a double. Strategy. That is a 5. Daniels gets the steal sign. 16 plus 2 is 18. Fitzgerald plus 2. Daniels going to go. The only way he's out is on a 20. And that is a 4. He gets there without a throw. Daniels is now in scoring position with O'Neill on at first. O'Neill at the plate, I should say. And the question is, what are they going to do here? And they're going to walk O'Neill. They're going to intentionally walk him to keep the double play. And coming on to bat for the Reds, as that will be an intentional walk. And coming on to bat for the Reds will be the new first baseman, Lloyd McClendon. 219 average, 3 homers, 14 RBI. So McClendon will now come on to bat. Runners at first and second. 1 out, top of the 9th inning, tied at 5. Daniels on at second, O'Neill on at first. Burke will pitch to McClendon. Strategy roll, nothing on the 3. Daniels stays. Actually, no, 4 plus 2 is 6. No, he does get it. He does get the steal sign to go to third. 4 plus 2 is 6. Divided by 2 is 3. He does get the steal sign to go to third. It would be the same thing, a 1 to 19. There he goes. He goes to third, and he's safe. Daniels steals third base. O'Neill does stay at first, and the runners are moving. 2 stolen bases for Daniels. Now they have to call the infield. Actually, they could still call double play def, because McClendon does have a high double play rating, and Burke is good against double plays. They're going to stay on double play depth. Runners at first and third now. Burke will pitch to McClendon. 5-5. Strategy roll again. Nothing on the 15. Burke will set up and with the pitch. Burke, 4-2 against the righty. Strikeout. The 19 is high. McClendon, 4-3, and it's a fly ball to center field. Fly ball to center. Nixon will make the catch. It's out number 2. McClendon, sacrifice fly of 2. No, doesn't get Daniels that way. Daniels, base runner 3. Nixon -1. A 1-2. Daniels scores, and he does not. He holds at third. Fly out to center field, but could not get it. Daniels stays because Nixon's got a good arm. And Daniels holds. But now there are 2 outs, and Burke is tired. And they're going to keep him out there and pitch to Reed. Reed is 2 for 4 with 2 singles. Strategy roll. That's a 20. Burke tries to get O'Neill at first base. And he got him, picked him off. He got him, pick off, 3 to 6, that's a 5. Burke throws to first and gets O'Neill side retired. Stadium cheers. Yay! No No runs, a hit, 2 stolen bases, but Burke caught O'Neill napping at first, and he got him. And we go to the bottom of the 9th. And Reed will have to wait for extras. Frank Williams will come back on the mound. Tom Foley leads off. He is 1 for 2. They're going to let Frank Williams pitch. And figuring you got extra innings coming up, you need pitchers. Foley is 1 for 2. Williams still has 2 batters he can face before he tires. Bottom of the 9th inning. Will we now see some bottom of the 9th inning magic? Williams with the pitch. 1-1, blank. Foley. 5-5, fly ball hit the left. Getting over there is Daniels, and he's got it, out number 1. Next batter is Fitzgerald, and he's 0 for 3, reached on an error, though. Williams with the pitch. 2-1, possible error. Fitzgerald, 3-1. That's a fly ball hit the left field. That ball is hit to Daniels. His error rating is a 3. That's a 7. He'll make the catch, 2 down. 2 outs now, and here's Rivera. And Rivera is 0 for 3. I'm sorry, 1 for 3. Williams is tired, but they're going to let him pitch here. Rivera gets ready against Williams. 2 outs. Bottom of the 9th, tied at 5. Williams, 1-1, blank. Rivera, 2-4, base hit left field. And that keeps the inning going. Rivera gets a single. And now Rivera on it first. We'll see a pinch hitter for Burke as he is done. And coming on to pinch hit for the Expos will be Wallace Johnson. 309 average and 3 RBIs. Wallace Johnson will pinch hit against Williams. Williams is tired. They're still going to let him pitch out there. Rivera on it first. 2 outs. Bottom of the 9th. Fans here at Stade Olympique hoping for a hit. Strategy roll. Nothing on. That is a 3. And Rivera gets the steal sign, but he doesn't go. Williams will go ahead and pitch. Williams, 5-1. That's a blank. Johnson, 4-4. That ball is hit to left field. That is a 5. And against the righty, Johnson's going to come through with a double into left field. But will it score Rivera? Base runner 4. Double to right field. Sorry, wait a minute, 4-4. Double to left field. Double to left is a -1. So Rivera coming around a 1-3. He will score. It's a 6. Rivera coming around third. Left fielder is Daniels. He's got a 0 arm. A 1. Here comes the throw. And that is a 1. And now it could be an out. And the throw comes in. It is a 4. The throw comes to the plate. And they gunned him down. Cal Daniels throws from left field and guns down Rivera. He is out. We got free baseball. Free baseball here. Get your free baseball. It goes as a double for Wallace Johnson. But Rivera coming around third, and Daniels throws home and gets Rivera on the 1. Oh no, my bad. That was a 1. Lead runner advances, ball caught off, and the trailing runner is thrown out. Oh, that was a 1, not a 2. My bad. That was a 1 I threw. Lead runner advances. He's supposed to score, but in this case, upon further review, I'm going to let it stand because I actually blew it. I forgot a 2-5 he's thrown out. A 1, the lead runner advances, and the trailing runner is thrown out. But since it's the go-ahead run, I figure, I don't know, I'm just going to let it go. We got free baseball. I'm going to let it go because I blew it. He should have scored. No runs on 2 hits. We got free baseball. On a 1, the lead runner advances. A 2 to 5, he would have been thrown out. But I'm going to let it run since I've already called it. We're going to the 10th inning. That's my bad. But I'm going to let it go. Dang it. We go to the top of the 10th inning, tied at 5. Jeff Reed is the leadoff batter for the Reds. Expos need a pitcher. And the last reliever they have is going to be Neil Heaton, and he has to pitch. 3 wins, 10 losses, 2 saves, a 4.99 ERA. Neil Heaton is the last reliever the Expos have on the bench before we go to starters. Heaton will pitch. Jeff Reed will lead off. Top of the 10th, tied at 5. Heaton, he will pitch. Heaton, 4-3, strikeout 3. He got Reed, struck him out. That's out number 1. And now the batter is Treadway. Treadway is 0 for 3 with a walk. Field, and Nixon will get to that one for out number 2. Pinch hitter coming up for Williams. That will be it for him. And it's going to be Bo Diaz. He's the last pinch hitter that the Reds have. So now pitchers will have to bat if necessary. Heaton will go up against Diaz. 2 outs here, top of the 10th, tied at 5. Heaton, 1-5, wild pitch, ball 1. Heaton again, 1-5, wild pitch, ball 2. Heaton, 2-2, that's at the park. Stade Olympique, 3-5, that's a fly ball, hit the right. Getting over there is Brooks, and he will make the catch and retire the side. We go to the bottom of the 10th inning, tied at 5, 3 up and 3 down. Top of the batting order for the Expos and Otis Nixon. Reds still got a number of relievers on the board. And, who does Brian B. want here? Murphy, Burtsis, or Franco there, Brian B. Murphy, Burtsis, or Franco. They're all lefties. You want Franco. Coming on to pitch for the Reds will be John Franco. 6 wins, 6 losses, 39 saves, a 1.57 ERA. John Franco will go up against Otis Nixon here on the bottom of the 10th inning. Tied at 5. Franco with the pitch. 3-6. That's at the park. Stade Olympique. 2-4. And that's a blank. We got a rare play coming up. Rare play. Bases empty. 54. Slow roller to catcher who bobbles, boots ball, and then throws wild. The catcher is Reed. His error rating is a 3. Does he boot it? Yes, he does. That is a 2. He boots it. Does he throw wild? Yes, he does. He throws wild. That's going to be an error. He boots the ball, then throws wild. Error on a throw. And that's going to put Nixon on second base. That's 2 errors that's 2 errors. He bobbles the ball, he boots it, then he throws wild to first on an error on a throw. The first baseman is McClendon. Actually, I should roll to see if he has a range. His range is a 2, and he got it. My bad. He prevents. That's just going to be 1 error. Or is that 2? Error on a throw. Hold on. I don't know if that's 1 error or 2 errors. I think he bobbled it, and then he threw it. That's an error on a throw. Let me make sure here. As that's Reed. Nope, you do check against the auto receiver. Okay, so Nixon is safe at first. That's just going to go as an error. And that puts the winning run at first base. So that is an E2 on Reed, and that is the second error on the Reds. So Nixon on at first, and here comes Raines. Raines is 1 for 3 with a single and a walk. Infield double play depth. So Nixon does stay at first base as McClendon prevented the ball from getting past him. But it does go as one error. Franco will pitch to Raines. Nixon had 46 stolen bases, but he does not get the... he does not get the steal sign. Held by Franco. Franco will pitch. Franco, 3-4. That's at the park. Stade Olympique, 3-1. Base hit right field for Raines. That's a single. Nixon, base runner 4. Single to right, +2 is a 6. There's not going to be a throw. The winning run is at third. So Nixon goes to third base on a single to right by Raines. And now the batter is the Big Cat. And he's 1 for 4. Infield in. Franco will pitch to Galarraga. Fans here at Stade Olympique walk him and pitch to Brooks. Okay. And they will walk him. And instead they'll pitch to Hubie Brooks. So they walk Galarraga, and now the bases are loaded for Brooks. He's 1 for 4. The infield is still going to play in because he got 2 outs. He got nobody out. So the double play has to go home to first. Franco will now pitch to Brooks. Fans here at Stade Olympique hoping for a hit. Strategy roll. That's a 15. Nothing happening. Franco will pitch to Brooks. Franco, 4-5. That's a blank. Brooks swings. 3-1. That ball is hit to center field. That is an 18. And against the lefty, that's going to be a fly out to center. That's a fly out to center. That's out number 1. Brooks has a sacrifice fly of 2. And no, he doesn't do it that way. Nixon, base runner 4. Center fielder is O'Neill, -2. A 1-2. Nixon scores. No, Nixon holds. Fly out to center. He couldn't get Nixon in. Stadium groans. A fly out to center. They couldn't get Nixon because O'Neill has a -2 arm in center field. And that keeps Nixon from scoring. And now Wallach is the batter, and he is 1 for 4. Infield is still in. They're still going to call double play home to first. Strategy roll. That's a 5. Nothing happening. Oh, wait a minute. Actually, you know what? That's a 5. 14. Nope, he doesn't go. 5. Nothing happening. Nixon would have needed a 2 to try to steal home, but I don't think I would have tried that here anyway. Bases loaded. Franco will pitch to Wallach. Franco, 5-3. That's a blank. Wallach swings. 6-1. And Wallach will do it. That will do it. That's going to be a double into center field. And that's your ball game. Wallach hits a double to center field. Nixon comes in to score. That's your game. Expos win 6-5. Stadium cheers. Yay! Expos get the win 6-5 as Tim Wallach smacks a double into center field. The error definitely comes back to bite the Reds in the butt. And the Expos will go on to win 1 run, 2 hits, and 1 error. And the Expos will take the victory here 6-5 over the Reds. What a game, and that's definitely game of the year. Brian B. did his best to try to get this a win, but Tim Wallach, with a home run and a double tonight, definitely does the job. What a job here by the Expos to beat the Reds. Heck of a game. And really, the Expos should have won it in the ninth, but because I made a mistake, so in a way, because it looks like because I made the mistake, the game itself corrected it for me and gave the Expos the win anyway. Final line score coming up. Because he should have been safe. For the Expos, 6 runs on 11 hits and 1 error. For the Reds, 5 runs on 13 hits and 2 errors. The winning pitcher is Neil Heaton. He's going to wind up with the win, and John Franco is going to take the loss, although the run was unearned. Big victory for the Expos today. I really needed the Expos to lose as my Mets are still trailing them, but what a ball game tonight here on Inside Pitch. Don't go away. 10-minute ticker coming right up. Yeah, he should have been safe. That was my bad. Because lead runner advances on a 1. Lead runner advances on 1 and a 6. A 2 to 5 he's thrown out. Even though it says trailing runner is cut off, I would have, in a 1 in this case, I just would have said they would not have made the play, and he would have been safe anyway. But hey, that's my bad, but we know for next time. I played the game pretty well, but hey, even I'm not perfect at it. What can I say? It is time for a 10-minute ticker brought to you by FastScore Baseball. So the Expos wind up with the win on the Reds tonight, 6-5. In a definite game of the year candidate. So let's see how the rest of Major League Baseball does tonight. July 17th, Minnesota at Baltimore. Twins 14-11, that is going to be 0. Orioles minus 325, that's 1. And the Orioles will win it. Kansas City at Boston. Kansas City 736, that's 3. Red Sox 21-45, and that is 7. That's a win for Boston. By the way, Steve Tower and Dwayne Martz join us here for the 10-minute ticker. Got to show my appreciation for them. Detroit at California. Trailing runner wouldn't apply to that situation. I understand that, but according to Chris, if it's a 1, the lead runner scores anyway. I did check that with him just to be sure. So according to him, lead runner advances. So if the 1 comes up, it wouldn't have mattered. In this case, the throw would have just been too late. Detroit 15-35, and that is 5. California 11-33, and that is 4. That's a win for the Cats. White Sox and the Yankees. White Sox 9-22, that's 2. Yankees 13-61, and that is 7, a win for the Bronx Bombers. Toronto at Oakland. Toronto 12-55, that is 6. Athletics 21-13, that's 2, a win for the Blue Jays. Cleveland at Seattle. Cleveland 13-34, and that is 4. Mariners 665, that's 7, a win for the M's. Milwaukee at Texas. I understand what you're talking about, Brian B., but according to him, it says in that case, the runner still would have been considered beating the throw. I just completely forgot about that. Milwaukee 10-54, and that is 6. Rangers 5-54, and that is 5. That's a win for the Brewers. And in a way, because I made the mistake, Inside Pitch corrected it for me in that kind of case. Mets and the Braves. Mets 16-24. They're not winning this one either. 3. Atlanta 365, and that is 7. And the Mets just way underachieving here in 88. Dodgers and the Cubs. Dodgers and the Cubs in a doubleheader. Game 1, Dodgers 13-52, and that's 6. Cubs 5-33, and that is 3. And that's a win for Game 1 for the Dodgers. Game 2, Dodgers 11-31, that is 3. Cubs 8-53, and that is 5. And they will split the twin bill. Astros and the Phillies. Astros 10-12, that's 1. Phillies 7-63, and that is 7. And that's a win for the Fightin' Phils. Giants and the Pirates. Giants 13-26, and that is 3. Pirates 9-26, that's also 3. They will extra innings. Giants roll a 2, -2 is 0. Pirates roll a 5, +0, and the Pirates will win it in extras. Padres and the Redbirds. Padres 3-16, that is 1. Cardinals 3-11, that's 0. And that's going to be a win for the Padres. On to July 18th, Minnesota at Boston. Minnesota 22-23, and that is 4. Red Sox 20-26, that's also 4. We have extras. Minnesota rolls a 3, -1 is 2. Boston rolls a 3, -3 is 0. That's going to be a win for the Twins. Toronto at California. Blue Jays 14-13, that is 1. Halos 9-65, that's 8. And that will be a win for the Halos. Kansas City at Milwaukee. Kansas City 11-11, that's 0. Milwaukee 11-32, that is 3, a win for the Brewers. Texas and the Yankees. Texas 13-52, and that's 6. Yankees 17-11, that is 1, and that's a win for the Rangers. Cleveland at Oakland. Tried 3-26, and that is 2. Athletics 20-23, and that's 4. That will be a win for the A's. Detroit and the Mariners. Tigers 23-15, and that's 3. Mariners 8-21, and that's 2. That's another win for the Tigers. Giants and the Cubs. Giants 15-34, that's 4. Cubs 8-56, and that's 6. That's a win for the Cubs. Mets and the Reds. Mets 5-55, and that is 5. Reds 5-43, and that's 4. And my Mets get a happy recap. Astros and the Expos. Astros 6-32, and that is 3. Expos 12-42, and that is 5. That's a win for the Expos. Braves and the Phillies in a doubleheader. Game 1, Atlanta 12-36, that's 4. Phillies 11-26, and that is 3. Atlanta wins that one. Game number 2, Atlanta 10-25, and that is 3. Phillies 17-42, and that's 5. That's a win for the Phils. Dodgers and the Cardinals. Dodgers 9-22, that is 2. Cardinals 3-34, and that's 3. The Cardinals will beat the Dodgers. July 19th, White Sox and Baltimore in a doubleheader. Game 1, White Sox 8-13, that's 1. Orioles 5-25, and that's 2. The Orioles will win that one. White Sox 15-56, that's 7. Baltimore 8-61, and that's 6, and they'll split the twin bill. Minnesota at Boston. Minnesota 20-21, that's 3. Red Sox 9-31, and that's also 3. They will tie. Extra innings. Minnesota rolls a 6, -1 is 5. Boston rolls a 5, -3 is 2. And the Twins will beat the Red Sox again in extras. Toronto at California. Toronto 1565, that is 9. Angels 1241, that's 4, a win for the Bluebirds. Kansas City and Milwaukee, we have these two tomorrow. Kansas City 1133, and that is 4. Brewers 955, that is 6, a win for the Brew Crew. Texas and the Yankees. Rangers 726, that is 3. Yankees 1325, and that's also 3 extra innings. Texas rolls a 6, plus 1 is 7. Yankees roll a 1, plus 0 is 1, and that's going to be a win for the Rangers. Cleveland at Oakland, doubleheader. Cleveland 654, and that is 5. Oakland 1113, that's 1. Indians win the first game. Cleveland 1351, and that's 6. Oakland 2745, and that's 8, and they will split the twin bill. Detroit and the Mariners. Detroit 815, that is 1. Mariners 865, that's 8, and the Mariners will win that one. Giants and the Cubs. Giants 1141, and that's 4. Cubs 763, and that is 7. The Cubs are actually had a better team than the FastScore record is so far. Team really wasn't that bad. Mets and the Reds. Mets 434, and that is 3. Reds 621, and that's 2. And my Mets will get 2 happy recaps tonight. And boy, do we need it. Astros and the Expos. Astros 252, and that is 4. Expos 452, and that is also 4. They will tie. Houston rolls a 1, plus 1 is 2. Expos roll a 4, minus 1 is 3, and that's going to be a win for the Spos. The Astros lose 3 straight tonight. Atlanta and the Phillies. Atlanta 742, and that's 4. Phillies 1166, that's 10. Phillies trying to get back into this. Padres and the Pirates, doubleheader. Game 1, Padres 564, that's 7. Pirates 1233, and that's 4. The Padres will win the first one. Second game, Padres 1014, that's 1. Pirates 631, and that is 3, and they will split the twin bill. Dodgers and the Cardinals. Dodgers 863, and that's 7. Cardinals 1041, and that is 4, and that will be a win for the Dodgers. That is your 10-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. Tomorrow will be July 20th. We will be at County Stadium as the Kansas City Royals will take on the Milwaukee Brewers. Charlie Liebrandt will go for the Royals, and Teddy Higuera will go for the Brewers. A big matchup in the American League. Both teams in the top 3 of each division. Every game is important for those two. Royals, Brewers, Liebrandt, and Higuera. Be there or be square. Brian B., Doug Hunt, Albert Price, Dwayne Martz, David Vega. Let's see here. Frank Wainscott, John Soner, Brian Patterson, and, of course, Steeler fan. Thank you all for joining me, and, of course, Michael Peterson, and After Further Review with Steve Tower. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out to the turnstiles. Subscribe if you've not done so, and make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. The Expos pull it out of their ass against the Reds. 6-5 in 10 innings. What a game. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night.